Question: what's the difference between monitoring, change, and improvement? If you don't know now, you will in a few minutes. It's good to see you. My name is Keston, and you're on my channel for learning assessment and improvement. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to learning improvement. And the way that I teach learning improvement is I start by contrasting it with lesser uses of assessment results. So we're going to start with monitoring. We'll move to changing the assessment methodology, to changing the learning environment, to finally improving student learning. We'll take a look at one assessment scenario and then look at the 4 different responses to it. A program wants to evaluate its seniors' outgoing writing skills, and they evaluate those skills with a rubric that ranges from poor to fair to good to great. And they find out that their seniors, on average, score between a fair and a good. Let's look at the 4 different types of responses to this scenario, and we'll start with monitoring. Faculty look at those results and they say, let's keep an eye on it. Or they might say, let's talk about this in a meeting. Both of those responses are monitoring. Some folks might look at the results and say, I don't trust them. I don't like the instrument. Maybe the test was bad. I don't like the sample that was used, or I don't think that students gave a good effort. And then they say, we're going to blow up the methodology and we're going to do things differently next time. We're going to get a better test. We're going to do sampling better, or we're going to make sure that our students give a good effort. All of those changes are to the methodology. Let's recap for just a moment. So far, we've talked about monitoring and changes to the methodology, neither of which has even the possibility of improving student learning. Another response is that faculty look at those results and they say, gosh, this is not where we want our students to be. Between fair and good, we would like them to be at least good or better. And so they take a tough look at their curriculum. They take a look at their pedagogy and they make those changes. How does that change to the learning environment graduate to learning improvement? It actually requires a couple things. It requires, 1, that there's a reassessment of student learning, and 2, it requires that that reassessment shows greater learning proficiency than the assessment before it. Let's bring the point home. Recall in the original example where seniors were scoring between fair and good. And then the faculty made these logical changes to the learning environment. Well, then they reassess a future cohort and find that students perform better. In fact, these future students are scoring between good and great. That's improvement. So there was an original assessment, there was an intervention or a change to the learning environment, and there was a reassessment showing better learning. That's learning improvement. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Hopefully now you can distinguish better between learning improvement and those lesser forms of responding to assessment. Want to learn more about learning improvement? Check out the description box below. I provide a number of links to all kinds of resources on the topic.